everyone, my name is Brittany and welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be reading some smut.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Smut is not usually my genre, but I am making an effort because there are a lot of very famous smut books that I just really kind of want to get my hands on and see how I feel about the genre as a whole. So in this video, I'll be reading two of the most famous smuts in my opinion, and the first one's going to be Ice Planet Barbarians, which is on my 2022 TBR, and this is basically about blue aliens and space smut. I'm really looking forward to it. It just sounds like a really good time. The only thing I don't like about it, which I already know, is that there is a sexual assault in the first chapter. So other than that, I think I'm going to enjoy it. And that's what I'm going to start with because it's only like a 5-hour audiobook and I only have the audio. My libraries for some reason don't even have this on ebook, so I'm listening to audio, and if audio is not good, it's not going to happen. And the next one I'll be reading is going to be Neon Gods, which is also my 22 TBR. And this book is basically a Hades and Persephone's retelling where they have public sex. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really into the idea of using like a mythology retelling for this and then incorporating sex into it. I just feel like, especially for Hades, very fitting. I'm using both of these books for my prompts for the Magical Readathon. If you want to go check out what those prompts are, I will link my TBR above and below. And that's what I'm using those two books for. And I'm going to try and accomplish those prompts as quickly as I can because I do have Ice Planet Barbarians on audio and then I have Neon Gods on ebook. So I'm going to get started with Ice Planet Barbarians and then we're going to see how I feel about smut. So it's the next day, and I have an update for you on both of the books. So first off, Ice Planet Barbarians. I finished this. I loved it. This book was really, really good. This was the smut I was looking for. I think the thing about this book too is it doesn't really take itself too seriously. Like, it's not trying to be like super serious fiction or anything, which is why I think it succeeds so well in this area. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to reading the other ones in the series. So number one, please let me know if you'd like to see me read some more of these books down below in a different reading vlog because I would really like to continue on the series, but let me know how you feel about that. But let me tell you a little bit more. So I really liked the romance between both of them. I just feel like it worked. Something about this worked, even though it was very like insta-lovey. And it's like some dubious consent in the beginning for sure. But I don't know. I really enjoyed this. It just worked. I really love this fated mate trope. It just, I think it just kind of set in motion the entire series for sure. Like, this was a really great like beginning book. The couple things I didn't like was that the plot was a little too rushed. I would have liked to see a little bit more, especially towards the end and how certain things were like dealt with. Like, I would have liked this book to be a smidge longer because it was pretty short, but I also like short books because they're easy to get through. But I also really could have like used just a little bit more time with these characters and with this love story because it was hot. It was hot. It was steamy as fuck. Honestly, I loved it. 5 out of 5 for the steaminess. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I like the sex scenes. I like the writing. I like the way it was told. It just worked. Something about the dual POV also worked because we don't really know this like alien species on this planet. And you know what's crazy? Is for a smut book, there was a lot of excellent world building. Like, there's more world building in this than Neon Gods, which I'll get to in just a fucking moment. But there was so much world building. Like, I really like this universe. I like what's going on. It just, I don't know, it really perfectly made sense. It worked for me. The only thing, of course, I also didn't like was the sexual assault in the first chapter, but I did find that I don't know if it's 100% confirmed or whatever, because I did not read the paperback version, but the new paperback version apparently does not have that scene in there. So that's a plus. And obviously they listened and they took it out. So for that, 5 stars. I gave it 4.5 stars because I really rounded it down a half star for sure for that assault scene and just for some of the plot things I didn't like love. But otherwise, this book was just like exactly what I needed. It perfectly summed up what I needed in a smut. And I will definitely be continuing on with this bad bitch of a series. Now for Neon Gods, I am half the way into this book and I want to DNF it so bad. This is not the book I was expecting. Like, I know it's a mythology retelling, but like, it is so faint on the mythology retelling. Like, it's kind of crazy how much more world building was in the sci-fi romance versus this book, which is supposed to be a mythology inspired fucking romance. I don't know, something about this just is not working for me and it's going really slow and I'm just not enjoying it. I'm not having a good time. And to be honest, their relationship is boring. Between Hades and Persephone, it's boring. And we've already had like a sex scene. Like, it's so boring though. I don't even care. It's just not working. I don't know if it's just the writing or what, but the world building is non-existent. We're in Olympus, and right in the beginning, Persephone is like forced to marry Zeus, and obviously it doesn't happen because she runs away from this party, and she runs over the river Styx, so now we're like in the lower city, which Hades rules, and Zeus cannot cross the river. Cool. And I just also feel like there's a lot of character inconsistencies. So we're following Persephone, who is one of Demeter's daughters. She's like the middle daughter or whatever. And she has like a really good reputation. She's like a sweet little angel, and that's fine and all, but she just has like such a weird personality that just doesn't really make any sense. The dialogue is cringy with her. And then she makes Hades this deal to like have sex with her and ruin her for 3 months before she like wants to leave and take her trust fund money. And it just comes out of nowhere. Like I just feel like I'm not actually even feeling the threat of Zeus at all, by the way. Like there's been zero Zeus threat of like he's actually gonna come get her and like force her to marry him. I'm not seeing that at all. And also Zeus has like killed all 3 of his wives. Like it's not confirmed, but like everyone knows like all his wives are dead, and he keeps like making a new Hera because basically like these versions of gods can keep getting replaced. Like, I guess if they have a kid or something, they can, like, make them the new Hades or whatever. That's kind of my understanding. I don't know. And Olympus is a city, and it's just, like, a modern anywhere city. I just feel like the world building on this is just not... It's not doing it for me, and I'm not feeling any of the characters, and I don't think it's really doing a good job of the Greek myth, other than the fact that, like, he kidnapped her. Otherwise, I don't know. It's just not working for me. It's not working for me. I don't like it. I don't like the writing. The sex is boring, and I just don't care. And I just feel like Hades is too much of like a sweet cinnamon roll for someone who's supposed to have a lot of grit and be like an asshole. He could be like a little rude or something, and he's just like overly caring for her to the point where like it's annoying, and he can't let her do anything for herself. And then she's like feels dizzy, and then we as a reader have no idea she feels dizzy until like she passes out. Like, I don't know. It just feels like this book was like not well written. Is like the best way to say it. Like I just feel like this writing is not well done. I just feel like it was kind of like thrown together. Like I don't really know how else to describe it, but like it just does not. It doesn't work for me. This is my first Katie Robert book. Maybe I shouldn't like her writing. I don't know. It's looking like a 2-star for now, so I'm gonna try and finish this bitch and then get back to you guys. But obviously you can see the winner in this reading vlog thus far, and I really doubt anything else is gonna change my mind. So it's been like a week, and I just want to let you know that I ended up DNFing Neon Gods. I DNF'd this like 5 chapters after the last time I talked to you because honestly, this book, it just isn't for me. There's no world building. I hate the characters. The sex is boring. Like there's no stakes. Nothing makes any sense. The dialogue is cringe. It was not really worth my time. Like I kept trying to read it, and I was just like, this is just not worth my time. I would much rather return this to the library and read something else, especially because like I just don't think it's gonna get any better. And it's not like this is like, I'm not saying Smut isn't like very intense serious fiction. I just feel like this book almost took itself too seriously, which is why I don't like it. And I feel like Smut should be a little more like lighthearted or something. I don't really know how to explain it. It took itself too seriously without giving us any world building or any stakes or any actual danger from Zeus, for example. And then Hades is just like this cinnamon roll, which is like usually great, but he's supposed to be fucking Hades. Like he's supposed to be like being like public BDSM and be an asshole, and he's like overly nice, and it's like annoying. And on top of that, he's like overprotective of her because she can't like seem to take care of herself, which is like not my favorite trope at all. I hate incompetent people in general, and if you can't take care of your own self, like I'm just not, I don't feel for you. I don't feel bad for you at all. This book just did not work for me. End of story. So I DNF'd it, and I feel pretty good about that. So we have a 5-star, we have a DNF, and you know what? It happens. I really did not think that I was going to go down that road, but it's just not worth my fucking time, and I will definitely not be continuing on in this series. And I'm a little bit worried about trying any further work because I just didn't like the way this was written. Like, I didn't like anything about this, really, other than the fact that it's supposed to have sex in it with gods. Please let me know if you read either one of these books down below and what you thought of it. I'm really curious what you thought of these books. And I definitely would like to pursue the Ice Planet Barbarian series, so let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that, because I'm interested in making that. But no, I will not be continuing on in the Neon God series. It's not happening. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will talk to you guys very shortly. Bye.